Yep. Let's do it. What's up, everyone? AJ Reds Crypto here. Another day in the life. Here we go. We already got about 50 people in the house on this Friday morning. The 15th. Oh, I got to mute I have it up on the other screen here. Whoopsie daisy. There we go. All right. Shout out to everybody in the chat. How you guys doing this morning? We got Rockin' Man, Mauricio Gonzalez, Jake the Crypto Snack, Blockchain Bonehead, Brian Bootyhead, S-Dog21, JC, Nothing But Crypto. Good to see everybody. Thank you guys for being here. Really appreciate it. Man, it is raining cats and dogs outside. Oh man, every part of me wanted to just be like, oh, it's a rainy day. I'm staying home. Gonna play Red Dead all day. Nope. Can't do that. Have too much to do. So got some news for you. I filmed an update on the cup and handle video, basically saying, going through half of the charts, half of the 40, and saying, this is where we were that day. This is where we are now. This is where we were that day. This is where we are now. And I decided that video makes no sense to put out right now. It makes no sense to put out because we just, ate a bunch of crap. Altcoins, kind of got wiped out a little bit. I mean, a lot of gains have been lost for sure. Saw this coming. If you were in the Phemex Pulse Alpha chat, I posted 2 shorts last night on Phantom and H-Bar, both of which played out to completion. Both around 8% trades. If you're 10x leveraging, 80%. There you go. I have been posting trades there all the time. And obviously, you kind of got to read in between the lines when I put up shorts of my favorite coins, and it's like a 8 to 10% drop. There's your sign. I am telling you that, maybe if you should consider selling some of your bags, or, personally, I have, I considered selling. I did not, because, I really want to, get long-term capital gains. I kind of asked myself, like, am I going to play the jump in, jump out game? And with my short-term bags, of course, but with my big holdings, I just decided, you know what, AJ, we're still pre-halving. Like, what are you freaking out about? Like, you got to talk to yourself. Like, there's no reason to panic. We're still pre-halving. Like, what are you worried about? And that's the point there. And that's really why I think Maddie C with a good chat. One question: all YouTubers push Phemex and other leverage trading sites on their followers, but none have tutorial videos. Can you make a walkthrough since you are their sponsor? Yes, this is something I've been working on. I planned, actually, Maddie C, if you followed the channel last week, you would know that I wanted to put one out this week, but we did just move offices, and it has been, kind of pandemonium around here getting, my office set up. I still don't even have anything on my walls yet. I actually kind of want to build a more professional set. That's nevertheless, I'm going to be here all day this weekend. I'm not even really going to take days off. I'm going to be here. We've been helping with Ben's setup, trying to get that live stream set up. As you guys know, it didn't really work out yesterday with the audio at first, and then they had a second stream after that. So, we have been kind of all hands on deck, really kind of working as hard as we can to, get the show on the road here. And, my personal content did kind of take a backseat this week, unfortunately. But, I'm always transparent about that. I always let you guys know, what videos are coming, what videos are not coming. For example, even if I'm here till 8 o'clock tonight, I will be filming my Ethereum price prediction. That will be filmed today. I don't even care if I sleep here. I'm going to have that video filmed. Also, I have 2 interviews filmed. One interview is the founder of NRG. So, it's kind of a legacy blockchain, has been around for a long time. I'm friends with the founder. So, I figured I'd help him out and we should show some awareness to that project, since, what they're doing is, notable, really prioritizing security. I think it's a very important project that, other projects should kind of take a couple notes out of their book. It's not, the most popular project, but I feel like it has legs. So that's why I did that interview. And also I interviewed the founder of VeChain. Crazy. So both of those interviews will be coming your way. I think VeChain will probably be coming Wednesday next week. I think they want to like kind of build a promotional push around that interview. So we can't just throw it out there on the internet. So I definitely do have some content filmed, kind of more about planning, getting it out, things like that. So I just want to say, I do appreciate each and every one of you. And I really want to prioritize today's live stream we're not really going to do news today. The news is we just ate a bunch of shit. That's the news. All right. I told you the news. All right. So let's take a look at this. The total crypto market cap, 2.7 trillion. And remember, the top of the last time it was 3 trillion. So the fact we got here so fast pre-halving is pretty insane. But Bitcoin back below the 70s. Unfortunate. I would really, like I said yesterday, would like have seen Bitcoin to use that previous all-time high as a support resistance level. I really would have liked to seen that. But I feel like even if we're below it, we still could pop back up. I just know the mood is a little gloomy. A handful of my friends, not myself, got liquidated really hard, unfortunately. But that is trading crypto. No one is perfect. Even the best in the game lose at this game sometimes. Okay, that is a part of it. And you kind of just take a glance here through the altcoins. If anything, I am really viewing a lot of this as opportunity. Avalanche has already popped back up to 54. That's pretty cool. I have a nice bag of Avalanche. Polygon 112. And for the coins that have yet to catch up, H bar back under 12, the graph back under 40, VeChain below 4.5, Dogwiffe below 3. I still think that's a buy. You have to consider, with everything from, everything from Hedera down, from 33 by market cap down. Hedera is still below 4 billion. Hedera is still below 4 billion. Everything from Hedera down is below $4 billion market cap. These things have a lot of room to run. If you consider everything from FET down, you remember how the insane pump that FET.ai did. That's still below 3 billion. There's still a lot of room to run here. I think now isn't a bad time to do some altcoin sniping. Algorand, unfortunately, below 30 cents. That's a dent. That's a big old fucking dent. Took a dent. Phantom below 77 cents. I did post this one in my setups yesterday. Actually, I'll just go ahead and show you guys the 2 trades that I put into my alpha group last night. Because if you're not in my Phemex alpha group, you really should be. You really should be. I have been in there, a lot. My screen is kind of dark because I don't have my full lights set up, and it is very sad outside. I actually use a lot of natural sunlight in here as well. It's very raining crazy outside. So apologize for the screen today. But yeah, I agree with Crave Crypto. This is an opportunity. 100,000%. Blockchain Bonehead with a take. I personally think memes hurt cryptos that actually have utility. I see you, but I disagree. I think yesterday I did the roundtable with Mario Nafal. And we talked to meme coins on that show yesterday. Talked to Crypto Rodney. Very, very smart guy. I wish him and Ben didn't clash so hard, because I actually think Rodney's a cool dude, and he knows a lot about meme coins. But so we all had a big conversation about meme coins, and I'm going to read these statistics to you because I have a feeling only a small percent of the 200 of you in here actually listened to that space yesterday. So this is all about meme coins. Okay, according to a chain play survey, 69% of investors invest in meme coins for fun. 73% worldwide crypto investors think that meme coins is like gambling. Investing in meme coins is like gambling. I sort of agree and disagree with that one, because poker is like gambling, but luck doesn't explain why there's so many familiar faces at final tables. Trading is a skill-based thing, and you could be an advantaged player. 48% of meme coins investors worldwide consider meme coins a long-term investment. That's actually very interesting, especially when you look back at 2021, how long it took for Doge to really rip up, how long it took for Shiba, the pathway of Pepe. There has been some meme coins that if you held them for a while, you did better than if you held them for a week. Over half investors worldwide, 55% to be exact, doubt the future of meme coins, which is fair. Scams and rug pulls dominate meme coin worries at 63.8%. That makes sense as well. 70% of worldwide crypto investors think that the majority of meme coins are a scam. And that's fair. I feel like the Shibas, the Pepes, the Bonks are the exception, not the rule. as Rodney said on the show yesterday, and he's spot on about that. But really, it's about narrative. Meme coins is about narrative. Consider the election, the MAGA meme coin, ripped. The POTUS meme, RFKJ, ripped. There's a lot of the Trump Jr. is doing well now. The election based, it's that narrative is doing well. So kind of you got to read between the lines on those things. 79% of investors view meme coins as long-term investments due to potential long-term gains. Yep, said that. This is my favorite one. 1 in 5 investors worldwide join crypto because of meme coins. Bang, 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 bang. I'll say it again. 1 in 5 investors worldwide join crypto because of meme coins. And who said that comment? Who was it? I forget. I think it was Brian Bootyhead, I think. Whoever it was. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm okay with meme coins, because it's getting people in the door. It's more important. Adoption is more important than utility. I honestly will say that adoption is more important. And do I see your point completely? Yes. Do I wish people would take things more seriously? Yes. If you kind of think of, how many holders hold, I don't know, let's pick a project, HBAR. How many people hold Cardano? What percentage of those holders actually participate in the ecosystem, and what percentage of those holders are just in it so price go up? That's a lot of it, to be honest with you. And I think acknowledging, I'm not going to say shallow, but the part of crypto, the people that don't care about anything and just want to make money, that's fine. That's okay. But we still want adoption. And the reason I am a supporter of meme coins is because right here, 1 in 5 investors worldwide join crypto because of meme coins. That's a crazy statistic. And the final statistic on that list is 92% of investors spend less than 25% of their portfolio on meme coin investments. So, and obviously always use risk management. That's extremely, extremely important. So yeah, I thought you guys would like to hear a couple of statistics there on meme coins. I'm going to, and I totally do. I see what you're saying. I'm not coming after you here, Blockchain Bonehead. I'm just saying that, it is important that the meme coins serve their purpose, and I feel like they're going to be taken more seriously as time goes on. That's all I'm saying. I'm not taking shots at you. I'm just saying that we are in a point in crypto when you really got to take a long look at the top 100 and realize that meme coins have earned their spot, and we need them. Okay, so awesome. So yeah, I wanted to show you the setups that I put in the group yesterday. First of all right, let me click over here. First one was Phantom. I did post a Phantom short. The first Phantom short was posted at 88 cents or 87, high 87s. This was posted last night when Phantom was at 81. With these two support resistance levels here, with a target to 75, would be about an 8% trade. Kind of the idea was, set definitely alarm up on the blue downtrend, the above the higher downtrend, alarm up on that, just in case. And then, if you wanted to take a chance and go from current spot to the bottom, that would be it. If you wanted to wait to lose support resistance, it would still have been a 4.5% trade. Here is the trade now. Okay, so let me go back to that one more time. So this was before, and let's go back to the chart now. After. Okay, so as you can see here, I was right on the money with that. The trade, I posted the trade at 81.44, right here, right there. And as you can see, it played all the way down. It actually went further than that, all the way to 72 cents, actually 11% gain on that trade. Actually went below that box, but I actually knew that box from volume, would kind of range in this box, even if it goes below it. And it is still in that range right now. Okay. And I do want you to understand if you are still considering looking for a Phantom short, that the trend is still your friend, everybody. The trend is still your friend. You kind of want to consider this trend line, still pulling down here. I wouldn't be surprised to see, Phantom kind of pop up, hit this line, and maybe get rejected back down. A lot of things are in local downtrends at the moment. And, that's important. But to be fair, but when you see support resistance levels like this one right here, this one, very important support resistance level, it won't always just perfectly touch it like this time. You see this time, that one, right? So this one, you see how it perfectly touches it? Okay. That's not always the case. Sometimes things will come down and immediately get above it. And in that case, did we momentarily lose that support resistance? Yes. But ultimately we held that line. So that, that SR is still very much in play, but then you also could consider that, a lower low, aka break of structure, whatever you want to call it. But I would still feel that line has currently been respected. So, there is kind of a decision time for Phantom here in the very near future, where we are either going to break this downtrend or lose this support resistance. One of these two things is going to happen. We're either going to go above that blue line or below the red line. So this is why when we're trying to monitor trades or we're looking to get in trades, if you missed the original one, alarm up, everybody. Alarm up big time, because this is where you make your money. Okay. I have been very successful on this trade. Actually, the first time I posted this Phantom trade was, like I said, around high 87s, way back here in the Phemex group 2 days ago. I posted this short twice, and it was good both days. Top to bottom, 17% win to right now, 12% win. I booked I think 69%, like 6%, 6.9%, but with 10x leverage. So yeah, not a bad trade on Phantom there. So second one, H bar. Here we go. So, I did that thing. Did my computer just freeze? What just happened here? All right, what I'm going to do is pull it back over to another one. Wrong one. Sorry about this. 1 second. And H bar. Okay, much better. Let me get rid of that other one. So I posted this setup last night. Like I said, it was at 12.3. 12.3. Kind of noticed the support resistance levels here. These two separate levels. The value area high, and then like the middle range, and then the low of like this current range, local range, as I would say. And basically the idea was that if we lost this level right above 12, that we would kind of break down and hit the bottom of this floor here at 11.3. Also, at the time, oscillators were heavy in the money flow. And, so my point here is, now let's take a look at the chart now. What time did I post that last? Yeah, so let me double check. I posted this at 0.123. 0.123. And here we are now. Boom. Played out perfectly. Just as I predicted. It's like I do this for a living or something. Imagine that. So, here we were. We got in this trade right around here. 1, 2, 3. Yep, right around here. Let me change the color of this bad boy so you guys can see it better. Yellow. Yep, we got in right around here. Okay. And yeah, the idea was that if we lost this line, we would likely go to the next one. We lost this line. Actually, let me actually measure from the spot I put the trade up. And, to the bottom of that line, as predicted, about, 6% trade to the bottom. It's being a little wonky right now. You know why? Because the magnet's on. That's why. Sorry about that. You always turn the magnet on for screenshots. It's about a 10% trade from top to bottom. About a 7.5% trade if you went to the support resistance, or if you waited for the first line to play out, the first blue line, and shorted to the next blue line. That'd be about a 6.65% trade, 6.7% trade. So there you go. I wanted to, in detail, go over both of these trades because I posted them both in my Phemex Pulse group. The Phemex Pulse group has been doing very well. I forget exactly how many. I think we have about 200 people in here. I have the 12th largest group so far. Not bad at all. And I posted setups day 1, played out perfect. I posted setups day 2, played out perfect. And last night I posted the Phantom short and the H bar short, and they played out perfect. So we are 3 for 3 on the Phemex Pulse group. I will copy and paste the link into the chat, and it's also down below in the description if you want. But like I said yesterday, I am right there in the chat. This is the group for now. Also, Once I switch to Telegram, I will still post in Phemex Pulse. I will be there every day, and I will still post setups in there like I'm doing right now. But when the Telegram group comes out, that is going to be the secret sauce alpha. That is going to be the bee's knees of alpha. That is going to be I'm going to show you everything personally. I've never done that before. None of you know how much money I have. None of you know how many trades I've won this month. That you're going to learn what I'm actually doing. And I have been very wall up about this for a long time. And I feel like it's not a bad idea to put the guard down to the people who really want to learn how I trade. Okay. So for now, I am posting regularly in the Phemex Pulse. Once Telegram comes, Pulse will still be there. I just gotta reiterate that. Because actually, like I said, the Telegram group, I am talking about this for a couple minutes here because this is important to me. I've been working on it for a while. I am, and for the rest of the show today, I know we just took a big dip. I'm going to ignore news. I'm going to look at a lot of charts. I'm going to do a couple call out charts. I want to do a lot of TA so you guys know what to expect headed into the weekend. That is what's coming on the show. I'm going to give you levels to watch. I have a really good feeling about how this market fluctuates. And for the situations when I don't tell you what's going to happen, like I did last night with Phantom and H-Bar, if I don't tell you what's going to happen, I'll give you an if-then statement. If this happens, then this happens. Okay? We don't react. We don't predict. We react. That is the meat and potatoes of AJ Wright's crypto trading. You don't guess. You wait, So I am much more of a I'm not going to throw a punch. I'm going to wait for you to throw a punch. I'm going to dodge it. And then I'm going to deck you. That's how I like to trade. Okay. So basically my point with the Telegram group is I want to talk about this for 2 minutes and then we'll get into charts. So I've been working on this for a while. I've been working on this for a long time. And I've also kind of integrated a lot of the lessons in the Telegram group with the books I'm writing. I'm writing 2 books in the background right now. One of them is the playbook. One of them, is everything you'd ever need to know about leverage trading with pictures and patterns and charts and everything you'd ever need to know smashed into one comprehensive, easy to read, digestible book. That's one. The second book I'm writing is Crypto Money Positivity Affirmations, similar to the book that Jada and I read, except it's going to have a crypto twist to it. Jada wanted me to do an affirmation on the show today. Maybe I'll end the show with an affirmation because seriously, consciousness and energy creates reality. If you positively focus on the things you want to create, they will happen. Law of attraction. I believe in that wholeheartedly. I really do. Besides the point, my Telegram group is, every day I'm going to be in there all the time. I'm going to be writing detailed TA breakdowns, a lot of chart setups. It's going to be very easy to follow. Okay. And, there will be, okay. So that the Telegram group is $35 a month, which is way cheaper than a lot of other Telegram groups. The catch is that it starts at 3 months. It starts, you're going to be in for 3 months. You're going to be in for 6 months, or you can get in for a year. If you get in for a year, obviously it's going to be cheaper, like a couple, 5 to 10% cheaper to go 6 months, or, even more to go 1 year, at the $35 a month. So, basically, and if you get it for a year, you get an exclusive Get Rich or Get Wrecked shirt that you can only get if you're a year-long member of the Telegram. And, obviously, once the books come out, like free books and stuff like that. Like if you get in for a year, basically as Get Rich or Get Wrecked drops come out, I'm also talking about maybe integrating Get Grogger with VeChain. How they have the chips on their shirts and you can verify them on the blockchain and kind of add that extra layer of crypto to it. I think that's pretty cool. I think I'm going to do that. And, yeah, so that's all going to happen here very soon. Very, very soon. I really hope a lot of you are there because really, I wish I moved earlier on this group. I've just been kind of planning it out for a long time and I really want it to be right. I'm kind of a person that I mess myself up because I don't pull the trigger sometimes because I want it to be perfect, but it's definitely a quantity over quality at this point in crypto, which is unfortunate where I'm trying to be quality over quantity, but I need to kind of just push my perfectionist shit down and just do better and do more, but yeah, so I want you guys to know about that. And obviously a prerequisite to the Telegram group, if you want to be in the real alpha Telegram group, signing up for Phemex, the link down below, and being in my Pulse chat is a prerequisite to being in the Telegram group. Why? because in the Telegram group, you won't be able to send messages. You won't be able to send anything. You won't be able to talk. You won't be able to do nothing. The only thing you will see on that group is me. If you have questions, ask me on Phemex Pulse. That is the place. Not Twitter, not, wherever. Phemex Pulse. You will have direct access to me, and I will answer your questions, as long as they're good questions. I always differentiate the people who ask good questions. Like if you could ask the president anything, would you ask him like a silly ass question, or would you like ask him like a good question? I always kind of think about that stuff. Like I can tell if someone's well studied or not if by how good their questions are, if that makes sense. So anyway, I'm going to keep it rolling here. You're right, Francisco Jerry. You need to hurry up with these books, AJ. You're not wrong. But it's not easy. It's not easy. And also, I'm really stuck on how I'm going to go about distribution. I saw the trials and tribulations Ben went through dealing with, a real book distribution place. And it is seriously such a headache. And it takes time. I wish I could put it out tomorrow, but I will, be able to. Will crypto payments be allowed instead of credit card? So I have my website is almost done. I saw, the framework for my website yesterday. We're going over ironing out the kinks. We will be able to accept crypto, or we will be able to accept credit cards for all, because all my merch is going to be on the website. And obviously you can you'll be able to get into the Telegram group from the website as well. You get one-time links, stuff like that. All right. Done talking about all that stuff. I do really appreciate your patience. Dino Kariami, what are 5 coins that could give 10x from current price? Okay, well, let's talk about it. Oh, obviously, one more time. I'm going to say this one more time, and then I'm done talking about it. Sign up for my Pulse group. First link down below in the chat. Sign up now. I'm giving you money. I'm printing you money. 3 for 3. 3 for 3. Gave out 2 bangers yesterday. All right. What are 5 coins that can, what was it 5 coins that could 10x? Okay, let's talk about it. All right, so 5 coins that could 10x. Well, I'd rather give you coins that I'm more certain about rather than coins that I'm not certain about. HBAR, definitely. HBAR. You really think HBAR is not going to do it like $1-ish? Oh my God, of course it is. HBAR, I would say the graph. I would say VeChain. Obviously Algorand. Algorand 10xing from here takes it back to, to previous all-time high. I think Phantom could 10x. Quant probably, because it's at 130 now. I bought more algo on the algo dip for sure. I don't know about Sand, to be honest. I don't think Sand's going to 10x. I think it's going to do well. I don't know if it's going to. I think Pyth could 10x. 1.3 billion cap right now. That going to 13 doesn't, even 15 billion, that wouldn't surprise me. Not at all. Yeah, I think there's a couple of them for you. Gala, maybe. I'm not telling. Look, just because I didn't say coins that I went through the list doesn't mean that I don't think anything else can 10x. That's not what I'm saying. I just kind of went through the list thinking about which ones I'm like super sure about, and the ones I just said I'm sure about that. Okay. Duke Juan, I already got a Phemex. Well, make a new account. Make a new one. It's better that way. No, just click the Pulse link, dude. Who Philly THY, who else bought more algo on the dip? I did. Okay, so going to take a quick look at the gainers and the losers, and then we're going to get in the charts. Bang, bang, bang. Look at the book of meme up 500%, ripping almost into the inside the top 200. Interesting. The book of meme. All right. Jupiter up, Solana over $180. Solana didn't even blip. A couple alts, kind of sad. Solana just kept going. That's insane. Dude, Solana is so hard to do trades, like trading on Solana. When Solana was moving from, 60 to 100 and then toggled between like 90 and 120, that was pretty easy trading conditions. Anytime Solana continues, it is so hard to figure out if it's going to keep going or not. It's not an easy trade. Pyth woke back up. Love to see that. That is, becoming one of my largest holdings. It really is. And the fact it's still 88 by market cap. I'm giving coins that have room to run in my bags. That's totally for sure. I think FET.ai getting back to $3 is kind of a no-brainer. Yes, there's a quick little look at the gainers there. Oh, let me pull this over here. Let's take a quick look at the losers. Obviously, Injective took a little spill here, but remember, yesterday the top 3 gainers were Bonk, Pepe, and Shiba, and now they are amongst the top losers. Okay, that makes complete sense. Phantom coming down a little bit makes complete sense. It was one of the heaviest rippers, a week ago. I called Phantom at what, 40 cents when I first made that video. And when it was, I did a couple posts about Phantom as well. And yeah, I called Phantom like way down. And no, that was a big one for sure. Phantom has always been a coin I've had my eye on. Always. I don't know what it is. I just like the project. And what they're doing this year, they have a pretty good roadmap as well. Pith is a myth. Pyth is a myth. Pyth is a myth. I don't know about all that, bro. All right. Let's do the damn thing and let's look at charts. All right. So we got to start at the top. We got to start with crypto, the crypto daddy itself, Bitcoin. Okay. I've been wanting this dip to happen for a while, and then it happened, but it was kind of obvious. I did make this very clear to you guys the other day, is that if you look at, price go up and then the oscillator kind of trends down, straight up textbook bearish divergence playing out on a lot of time frames. I'm just mentioning it on the 2 hour now. What gives me hope on the 2 hour is that look at where Bitcoin is reversing, hopefully reversing, is the 200 EMA. Remember, we talked about this at length not long ago. When we're in phases of bullish continuation, okay, the price will stay above the 50 EMA. You see that red line? That's the 50 EMA. The price will stay above. It'll test, bounce, okay? So when things go bearish, the price, here's the EMA, okay? It'll go the other way. But before that happens, it has to battle the 200 first. So what can happen a lot of the times, I'll show you some examples, is where, let me get rid of some of these random ass squigglies. God knows what I was talking about right here. But you can even see it right here. All right. So, Bitcoin was kind of trading. It tested 200 here and then pops back up. Or then, a little bit of bearish continuation here below the 50 EMA. Okay. And then it pops up above it. But so now we're retesting the 200. This is not a bad thing. I don't like the curvature of the money flow. I don't like that. We did print a green dot on Market Cipher B. Also, dual band strength index on the 2 hour right now is a negative. I didn't mean to do that. Is a negative 522. That is a very strong reading on the dual band strength index. That is very, very strong. The dual band strength index is an indicator on Market Cipher. Basically, it will give you numbers on each time frame that will show you a degree of certainty. Where -5, let's say the top number, -5, that's the lowest it'll go. I believe the highest it'll go, I think it's 26, I think. But anything above a 14, you see this right here on my screen, -522. Anything above a 14 is a strong degree of certainty. So anytime you see a -522, that is very, very strong reading from the dual band strength index. I love that indicator. It literally tells you which way it's going to go. And, to see this big hammer right there, you see this candle that came, the body of it comes along and tests this. That's a hammer. A hammer is a reversal candle, reversal indicator. So we got a hammer bouncing off the 50 with a -522. Let's take a quick look at the volume just for a moment. And this is good, in the visible range volume profile, the point of control is actually way back up here at 72. So, Bitcoin isn't, in terms of this dump being a blip in the chart, very possible that, this was just a blip in the chart. I don't like that we lost this level, this little guy right here. Not a fan of losing that level. Also, we do need to consider, say Bitcoin turns around, right? What happens? Okay. So first of all, it already started like a really heavy, see the angle of this downtrend? It's not like it wicked out like this and the downtrend's like that. Okay. And we are talking a local downtrend. Okay. I do got to be clear about that. But let's look at let me show you like the hour chart so it kind of makes a little bit more sense. Hour. Okay. So you look at the kind of the angle of this trend here. Okay. So we do want to keep that in mind, that it's a very steep angle. One. Two, we have to consider, where did it reverse, and is this a previous support resistance level? This candle here, is this also a level? The answer to that question is yes. Yes, it is a level. We come back here, we pull this across, straighten the line out, and you'll realize that it got rejected from it right here. And we fought over it, and we also bounced off of it right there. What is this number exactly? It's 65,629. All right, approximately. So that could become a new support resistance level. Like moving forward, this could be a point where it bounces. What I'm saying, we could come up here, bounce, retest this level, and pop. That is possible. All right. When you go back and look at, any time we've came up, any bull run before, we take these dips all the time. All the time. This is actually very small dip. This is a very small dip. And also we do have bullish divergence on the 1 hour. Price go down right here, and then oscillator go up. We do have bullish divergence on the 1 hour. So short term doesn't look that bad. Okay. But I do want to consider the daily chart as well. Okay. My point here is that we talked about the dual band strength index. On the 2 hour, it is strong. On the daily chart, we got a 14 -5, which is a pretty strong degree of certainty, the wrong direction. Okay. But let's go back and really, really think about this. Okay. Let's go back and really think about this. Let me pull up like a 2-day so it kind of smashes the chart together just a little bit. All right. So first of all, Bitcoin is coming down from its new all-time high. God knows what I was talking about back here. Oh my God. So first of all, we need to consider other levels here. Remember the top of the sell in May, walk away. All right. We are still above that level. The first all-time high in 2021 before the November all-time high. All right. That level, you right around, 65,000. We're still above that level. Other, very big levels in Bitcoin. I would say this is one. Couple touches here. This is at 59.7. All right. Right around 60,000. All right. We got touch. Little stutter step right there. Stutter step. All right. So we do want to kind of paint the picture with Bitcoin, because if Bitcoin continues to fall, which it could, we got to be prepared about where it could turn around. We really don't want to see, in terms of this recent run, Bitcoin moved very fast. And if you consider the volume in this recent run, we have some little spikes, but there's not even like a somewhat big spike to 51. And then there's a much bigger spike around 42. Okay. So if we're talking volume, one sec. We're talking volume. We're talking here. I'll change the color on these ones so that makes more sense. Let's talk blue. Okay. And we're talking here all the way down at 27. I know it's a little messy. Apologize my mess. So, and this volume actually took it right into the heart of this range right here. Okay. So what I'm saying here is that also, 49,000, 50,000, the top of that would be a yellow because that's support resistant. So yeah, those are a lot of levels to consider with Bitcoin. And I do really want to take into account that it is very possible for Bitcoin to bounce and turn around. Okay. We're still heavy in the green in the money flow. It's not the end of the world. Think about all the previous bull runs. I saw a chart the other day that was like the Bitcoin bull run, 30% dip, 40% dip, 50% dip, 30% dip, 20% dip, 30%. Like this happens. It's normal. Bitcoin just put in new all-time highs, everybody. Like it has to breathe. And unfortunately, when Bitcoin turns around like this, it brings the altcoins down with it. This candle right here is not my favorite. You see how it's like kind of smashed like that. It has a very small body. Okay. Those are indicate reversals. So my point here is worst case scenario. So level number 1 is a 5% loss, 5.4% loss. Level number 2 is about a 12.5% loss to 60,000. Level number 3 is a 28% loss to 49,000. And then the volume level would be a 37% loss to 42,000 from its current point. All right. So we do need to take all those levels into consideration. But, locally, right here, right now, Bitcoin is actually kind of moving. It has bounced. And, but is the trend going to be our friend here? Like the local trend, or is the longer term trend going to be our friend? That remains to be seen. No one has a crystal ball, but we can prepare. We can, make predictions. We can react. What I also want to consider this little short term downtrend. Let me fix that a little bit. Kind of consider something like this. Change the color on these, make them gray. Yeah. I'm just like having these lines here for reference. If Bitcoin comes up here, gets rejected, could be a time to look for alt shorts. Because a lot of times, like when Bitcoin like comes right here, for instance, you know what else was falling here? Altcoins. I watch Bitcoin to trade altcoins. I talk a lot about Bitcoin TA, and some of you might be like, "Oh, I want to see the Solana chart or whatever." Well, there's a reason I'm talking about the Bitcoin chart, because more times than not, your favorite coin follows this chart. All right. Going to look at a couple charts here. I do want to look at Pyth. Put my microphone down here for a minute. Pyth. All right. Holy shit. Okay. So what the hell are you guys talking about? All right. So Pyth, very, very interesting chart. It's a very small chart, obviously, but this thing is super volatile, and it's in the top 100. It's in the top 100. But my point here is, it came up pretty hard. The daily chart isn't really good on the dual band strength index, but it still came up a little bit. Levels to watch right here, 73 for sure. Right there, very big level. Also, this level right here that I've drawn before at 68. Both previous support resistance levels, and then obviously the big one from way down here at 55. All right, so the momentum looks pretty good, to be honest, but it's very interesting. All the daily charts are terrible, and all the 2-hour charts are good. So what you got to think to yourself, all right, so what does this mean? So it means that we're going to retest maybe this and get rejected? Question mark? Possible. It's possible. So what I would do if I was trading Pyth, I would alarm up right here at 92.10 and maybe consider a short. Also one around 95 as well. There's not much on this chart to go off of right now, I'm not going to lie. But I will say, kind of pushing up momentum oscillators, kind of coming down, lower lows, higher highs on the higher lows on the momentum. That's good to see. All right. Let's look at Solana just for the hell of it, because this thing has no chill whatsoever. No chill. All right. This is a short I'm looking at here, to be honest with you. This will be a short I win. This will be a short I win. Okay. It's already starting to form. Okay. Let's talk about it. You guys already see it, right? You guys already see it. Yep. 14% on that trade. Not bad. That was an entry. But look at this. Starting from here, price go up. This is a 2-hour chart. There's also, look at the EMA. Look at the EMA down here. Look how high the price is above the EMA. Look how high the price is above the EMA on Solana on the 2-hour. Even if the EMA comes up and this comes down and kisses it, anytime the price is that far off the EMA, that's pretty significant. Also, obviously, price go up. Anchor wave, trigger wave, formation of another trigger wave, textbook bearish divergence forming on the 2-hour. This is a short, everybody. This is a short. Obviously, if we go back here, these lines here up here are there for a reason. Oops, did not mean to draw that one though. So also, Solana, you do want to kind of consider this massive cup and handle, this insanely large cup handle on Solana. That is a cup and handle. No questions about it. It's a big boat. It's a big boat, but that, that doesn't mean it's not one. And also the top of the measured move, it is still, we're talking 50% away to the top of the measured move at 272. And that would make pretty good sense because the all-time high for Solana is right around here at 260-ish based off this chart right there. All right. So, but, it can't just continue to just go directly up. Anytime, like even back here, look at this. Solana, did it go directly up? Yes. But look what happened immediately after. Let me zoom in on this a little bit. Oh, I just did that thing I do. Damn it. These damn charts are killing me, man. All right. Right. So daily, pull this bad boy over. Bang, 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 bang. So look at this. Solana went directly up, and look at this. See this candle? You see how it has a super long wick? That big hammer right there? Big reversal candle. And now from the top of that hammer, over the next 17 days, over the next 13 days, Solana fell 47%. 47% from 216 to 113. That's a pretty significant fall. Yeah. Did it continue on afterwards? Hell yeah, it did. Hell yeah, it did. Went to all-time highs 50 days later. But my point here is when you see things go up, they are going to come down. Like that angle, the angle of that up is straight up. That does not last. It never does. All right. So look at this. We have Solana going straight up. So can it get to this level here at 201? What support resistance level is that from? All right. That's from over here. All right. So this one's from over here. This one's from over here. I just like to be familiar of where these levels came from. That matters to me. And then, the tippy top. And then this one is actually the top of the measured move. I'm going to draw that. Put it in, I don't know, blue. So I know which one that is. All right. So I do see Solana correcting here at some point. It can't just go forever. That's not how it works. A lot of people said that about Solana when it went to $50, and I do admit that there is some level of throw logic out the window when it comes to institutions pumping the shit out of Solana. That is a part of it. That's fair. But the first thing we got to kind of look. It's this 23-minute chart. I look at really strange time frames. I look at the 23-minute and the 12-minute and the 14-minute and stuff like that because no one else does. Okay, that's why I don't want to look at the same chart as everybody else. All right, first thing I want to notice here. First thing we're going to point out about Solana is that little high right here. Okay, so now we are kind of counting on this thing either coming and losing this high, lower highing, excuse me, or breaking it. I would really, I think a short, it has to be on the docket here pretty soon. If we kind of ignore some of these, actually, I'll draw it from here, kind of get this more angled. All right, so we are in a confirmed uptrend. That's a straight fact. I'm just talking local uptrends right now, not macro stuff. Kind of go from here. All right, and it does kind of like you can draw trend lines like from here. You could draw from here if you wanted to. You could draw from here to get like more of the broad range. It doesn't matter as long as it makes sense to you. Is my point here. But my point here is that no matter where you draw this line, is that it's in an uptrend. Okay, and the point here is that we have a local high. From late last night. Okay. And now we're at a point where if we're going to come here and reject this, and then once we hit here, what happens? So I'm kind of playing the tape out a little bit. All right. Playing the tape out a little bit. We have a lot of if then statements on this show. We always talk about if this happens, then this happens. So the first thing you're going to do if you're trying to hunt the Solana trade with me, if you're hunting someone, you know what I mean? You got to hunt them. You got to figure out, what they do every day, where they go, where they eat, blah, blah, blah. All right. It's kind of like that. But with the charting, I watched a movie last night. Don't give me any shit. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to set an alarm at $186.85. Step one, set that alarm. If that alarm goes off, that is time to Hawkeye Solana. That is time to just leave a screen up or, just watch it. Mandatory watch it. It did just print a green dot on the 12-minute. It is probably going to head up and at least touch this level. All right. Also, when this is happening, you want to keep an eye on Bitcoin, right? Because if Bitcoin is, continuing to move the way it has been, I just had an alarm go off on, those are my old alarms going off now. I'm not going to go back to that chart, but basically what we're going to do here is if this alarm goes off, I'm probably not going to tell you to long it at this point. I mean, it already has pumped so hard. It's insane. I'm waiting for the short. what I'm doing, I'm targeting a short, and that's important to say. So, even like 5-minute chart, for instance, I'm going to literally wait and watch and wait and watch and watch and wait for this thing to kind of come up to this level and see if we're going to put in a lower high. From that point, we've seen the way Solana moves, kind of eh, eh, It has to come down here at some point. It has to happen. So let's say if it turns around here, from here to the trend line, would be an 8% trade. That's money, everybody. That is absolute money. I'm watching this one like a hawk. I would say it may or may not even touch this blue line. But at some point, Solana is going to come back here and then test this yellow trend line here. So when it happens, you want to be there close to the top when it happens. All right, so say Solana turns around here, right? Where's my stop loss? My stop loss is a little tiny sliver above the previous high. Right there. Okay, so this was the previous high, this little fella, this blue line, right? Now, this would be my new stop loss because I'm going to count on it not going back up there. So say we go short from right here, just roll the dice. That is kind of a bigger stop loss. 2% stop loss would be a 20% move, 20% loss if you get sucked out. But I would this might be the time to go short actually. 30-second chart looks great. Double top idea right here. Double top. I don't know. Maybe I should just send it. We will see. I'll let you know. I will fill you. You know what I'll do on this? I will fill you in over on Phemex Pulse. Bang, bang, bang. Is Solana ever going to flip BNB? It did flip BNB momentarily. I have no Pyth. Big sad. That is sad. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm just reading through the chat for a minute. Appreciate you, Ricky. Appreciate you, Glitter Queen. Angel Garcia, Crypto Ohioan. I like to keep my trend lines turned off. It keeps the charts guessing. That's pretty funny. You guys are awesome. It's got about 5 minutes left in the show. I do gotta do some prepping. I got a couple things I gotta do, but I will, whatever the first two charts I see in the chat, starting now, after Oleg's comment about selling Solana, whatever the first two charts I see, I'll look at. That's it. After those two, it's over. Are those fingers moving fast? Would you sell Solana now? It depends. Beam. All right. Beam is one. Would you Cass? All right. Beam and Cass. There we go. So, and the Glitter Queen wants to see GRT. Maybe I should see GRT. So maybe I'll be allowed in my own house later. Okay. So would you sell Solana now? All right. Oleg, that has everything to do with your personal goal. When you bought your Solana, how much did you want to make off of it? What was your goal when you bought it? And are you trying to hold it for long term? Is your goal to hold it for a minimum year to get those long term capital gains so you don't get hit with short term capital gains? That's what I'm doing. That's why when I know the market's going to crash and I don't sell any of my crypto, I know I'm going to take a dent, but it's also, hey, I'm trying to hold this stuff for at least a year to get a break on taxes, So, you have to think about that. Are you playing the short term game or are you hodling up? That is the question. So would I short Solana now? I don't know. Probably. I might wait a couple minutes, to, look at this, we do have a little double top idea happening. We do, I would maybe wait to see if it's going to test this blue line first, just because if it breaks through here, that doesn't mean I'm going to give up on my short idea, but that does mean, that I'm being patient. Trading is a lot about patience. We got a $20 super chat from Jerome Smith. With your experience, can you please tell me about blank exchange? Well, I can't because I'm sponsored by Phemex. Link down below in the description. I legally cannot talk about another exchange, bro. Can't do that. All right. So what was the first one? Beam. That's right. I'm gonna leave this Solana chart up. Actually, I'll get rid of this Bitcoin chart. It's very funny, actually. I was just looking at a couple of stories here, and we were talking about, the levels for Bitcoin, and like normal where it could correct, there are analysis saying 45K. That is very close to the lower level we drew by the point of control. I would not like to see that. I don't think that's going to happen, but I think that it is worth at least, I listen to everything. I take everybody's opinion into account. But all in all, I am in it for the long-term game, and that's what matters to me. All right, here we are at Beam. Here we are at Beam. Okay, so this is one. I'm not sure if this is the inception of this coin or if this is where it started on this chart. Let me float a couple other charts to see. Okay, so this coin definitely goes way further back than that first chart. I'm glad I looked at that. Okay, so man, this thing is volatile. I'm going to take a quick look at Beam Realm CoinGecko really fast. BEAM. Beam. Okay. All right. 66 by market cap, looking at a 1.89 billion, just below 1.9 billion. Circulating supply 52.5 billion. Total supply 62.4 billion. That's pretty good in tokenomics. Not bad. Nothing terrible. Got a solid market cap. It's in the top 70. Okay, so this is, I have obviously I've seen this project before, but I don't know all the bells and whistles attached to it. All right, so I mean, this one does have quite the story as well. Wait, this is the wrong. I'm looking at the wrong beam because this beam says it is 3 cents, and this beam on my chart here says it's 12. So let me find the right beam. Oh, okay. So this was the right beam, and we've been here before. So first of all, we drew this back here on the show. I remember this, and I told you guys, alarm here, alarm there. I remember talking about it, and there it is. So if you alarmed there, I don't know, you made 109% in 31 days. Brought to you by yours truly. You're welcome. So daily chart, first thing I want to see, anchor wave, trigger wave, price go up, momentum down, bearish div on a daily chart. Not good. Also, right here, it was very high above the 50-day EMA. So it's going to come and retest this EMA. That's, basically first agenda on here. So boom, boom. So we're talking 15% maybe. There's not really that many support resistance here. I just got a text message. Do you guys want coffee? No? I'm okay. On live stream. Okay. Sorry about that. Jada's just messages me, come home. I can't. Okay. All right. 12-hour chart. Bang, bang, bang. I have coffee. I actually need a sip of it. One sec. Okay. So we're looking at the 12-hour. This thing obviously significantly ripped after it broke out of that little trend, right? Like I said, about 110% to the top after it broke out of this level that we talked about on the show a little bit about a month ago. Okay. So now we kind of got to consider, is this thing going to just bounce off the EMA or is it going to go further down? And if it goes further down, where is it going to go? So here's the first level here. It fought at this level several times at 0.031. And then there's also this little area here that I kind of traded inside of this box for quite a long time. It just kind of I can kind of feel, I can color this box in because it just stayed in here for a little while. So, and I would say that if we lose this level, say we fall another 3% inside of this box, that it's very likely, similar to the H bar and Phantom trade idea from last night, very likely to fall to the bottom of that box if it gets into the box, which is about a 15% drop to 0.31. All right. And on the 12-hour chart, look at the momentum oscillator, money flow coming down, momentum coming down on RSI. So yeah, I would say that we also got a 12 -4. So not the strongest degree of certainty, but I would say a pretty strong degree of certainty that it falls into this box. Our best hope here is is it possible that this level serves as support resistance? Could we print a green dot right here and push up Okay, so this is why alarming up on charts you're following is so important, everybody. Unless you're going to stare at your charts all day, which I have spent many weeks of my life doing. Unless you're going to do that all day, you need to set alarms so you know where you're at. I cannot stress that enough. And here is the level. The level you need to set an alarm at is 0.03532 right there. So if we hit this level, you kind of got to think, all right, probably going to short down, or we could bounce and go up. It's an if-then statement, which has everything to do with your patience, with you setting an alarm and really, watching the trade. You can't, this isn't a trade. I'm just, I don't know. I can't say for certain if it's going to fall down. If I had a gun to my head, I would say that I would short beam into 0.31 would be about a 15% trade. I would say it would probably end up and maybe turn around right around there. Okay. All right. The next one was CAS. All right. First of all, I want to look at CAS on this, and then we're going to look at the graph for the Glitter Queen, and then we're going to head out. CASPA graph wrap. All right. All right. CASPA is 43rd by market cap, 3.1 billion, and a pretty not terrible tokenomic situation. That's actually really good to know. I actually knew that. I just forget because I look at so many coins. I do completely still stand by my CASPA price prediction, by the way. That was one of the first price predictions I did on this channel. On my new channel here. It's a new place to be. All right. So holy shit. So CASPA really, we put in that new all-time high. All right. And now it is approaching this previous support resistance level. I'm going to leave this previous mess on the screen because the previous mess on the screen makes sense to me. So we kind of look at this. Every time you see a reversal, you see this long wick right there. You see that candle with that long wick? That is a hammer. I said it earlier on the show, but you guys really got to look for these because that tells you, hey, I'm turning around. I'm turning around. If you would have saw this hammer on that candle and said, oh shit, that's a hammer, and went short right here, you'd be up 24% on that short. 24%. It is a 23-day short, but you would have won that short big time. All right. So look for those. Also, if we'll zoom in, look at like a 4-hour, right? So now we went back into, so where did this top support resistance level come from? Let me check. So yeah, so this top support resistance level, this top yellow line is from CASPA's previous all-time high from November of 2023. And then the next one here is from where it wicked down, this support resistance right here. So that's why these two levels are important. So first of all, we lost the previous all-time high, and now I've gone back into the next one, and we are literally bouncing off of it as we speak. The momentum oscillator, it kind of indicates it's still going down. It has not printed right here on the 4-hour. It has not printed this green dot yet, but it might. I'd really, really like to see a green dot print right there. That would be beautiful. The 3-hour has one. The 3-hour is a negative 522. All right. So actually looking good here on the short-term time frame for the short-term bounces. The daily chart sucks, but the short-term time frame is good. We also got a couple big hammers here, big hammers on the 2-hour as well. So we're kind of zooming in, but then there is the rest of the story on the short-term time frame that so when on short-term time frames like a 12 to 15-minute chart, like I said, when bearish continuation, the price keeps getting rejected by the 50 EMA. See how the 50 EMA is on top of the price? That red line is on top of the price. That is bearish continuation. So now right here, right now, we are fighting. This thing is fighting to try to get above that. So, I would certainly, if you don't already have an alarm on CASPA set at these two levels, 0.1297, so just under 13 cents, is support resistance level 1. Support resistance level 2 is 0.1541. Okay. Alarm up on both of those levels if you want to follow this trade. Also, if we kind of zoom into micro time frames here. Yeah. So it is, I will say smaller time frames, we do have bullish divergence straight up on small time frames. And this thing could be pushing up. It could be bouncing. But I am also a little weary of the overall downtrend. I am a little weary of it. So if this was me, I wouldn't pull the trigger on a trade this moment. Also, has bullish divergence playing into bearish divergence. If you look at anchor weight trigger right here on the 7 minutes. So if this was me, this is what I would do. If I really wanted to force this trade, this is what I'd do. See this wick right here? See that little fella right there? What I would do, I would draw this level right there. Okay. Kind of cuts right through the heart of it. And then I would draw this level right here, this one. Okay. So I am not in the school of thinking of it looks like it's going to go up. It looks like let's just go for it. Right here, if it goes up, if I miss, 2% of that, it's not the end of the world. If it goes short and I miss, 1.2% of that, it's not the end of the world. I'd rather be a little bit more sure. Okay. So what I would do, I would alarm here at 13.5 and 13.9 and figure out which alarm is going to go off first, and then see if it is going to get rejected here or if it's going to pop from here. Right. Like right now, gun to my head, I would likely think it's going to come and retest this again. But, this is a tough one because the money flow is curving. The money flow is curving good. So this has an argument for both sides, which is why we don't guess, we react. We don't guess, we react. Alarm up on Caspa. I could have talked about that chart forever because it's a really, really tough chart to trade right now. And there's not that much liquidity on exchanges for it. The graph for the Glitter Queen, I'm literally only doing this TA for my girlfriend. Very funny. Let me check the chart here. I know there's another super chat. Gamer Girl 2015 $10 super chat. Thanks for the super chat. If you had to put 30K in 4 or 5 coins, what would they be? Okay, so Gamer Girl, I actually did a video on this channel that was if I had wanted to build a $5,000 portfolio, what would it be? I did make that video, and it's basically the same thing. And I also you guys know my main picks. I've been very transparent about and just because my main picks, that doesn't mean I don't trade everything. I will trade any coin that is worth trading. Any chart that looks good, I'll trade it. I do not discriminate. All right. And I find setups from coins that you wouldn't expect all the time. So, but in terms of the coins that I am targeting, the projects that I am personally big time conviction. All right. Let's do it again. Algo, HBAR, the Graph, VeChain, big ones. Chainlink, Cardano, obviously, if you're looking for a safer pick. For more sleeper type picks, I like Phantom. I like PAL. I mean, I got in PAL at like 20 cents. And I also lately, I've been thinking XRP is going to wake back up at some point in time, but I'm not buried in it. I'm going to wait for it to move and then buy it. So there's 9 picks right there. Okay. But if I had to whittle that down to 4 or 5, I wouldn't, because I hold about 6 to 8 coins in every portfolio. So there you go. All right. So let me go back and do the graph TA here, and then we will hit the road. All right. So let's zoom in on this bad boy. I will say I was at the UFC fight, and the graph hit 50 cents while we were at the fight. And then at the time it hit 50 cents, it was right here. And the momentum oscillator already was forming a bearish divergence. And I saw that. The first thing I saw when I looked at it. And I told myself, Jada, we were at the fight. I was like, Jada, we should sell our graph. And she was like, why? And I was like, because it's at 50 cents. And she didn't believe me. We had this whole conversation about it. And then I was like, I should sell the graph, but I'm not going to, because I want to hold it for, the best case scenario for capital gains. And I think the long-term approach, literally it's hard when something's going to happen. For instance, if it was at right at 50 cents, if I would have sold, I would have saved myself a 20% headache, a 20 to 18% headache. I lost 18% of one of my largest holdings, knowing it was going to happen. But I am taking the long-term approach. I'm not letting my emotions get the best of me. Would it have been nice to get in and get out? Yeah. Did I do that with my short-term bags? Yep. Did I do a short trade? Yep. But did I sell my large holding of the graph? No, I didn't. I'm taking a long-term approach. I'm being super mature about it. And, I am very comfortable at this point in my life taking, $10,000, $20,000 swings in my portfolio and not even losing a blink of sleep over it. That's the kind of mentality you have to be very successful. You have to deal with the swings. And, it's a point for me where I'm just like, AJ, this is a part of it, bro. Like we're still pre-halving. And I think the fact that we're still pre-halving has really been, it's okay, AJ. Like, you're not going to sell everything at the top. You're not going to sell everything at the bottom. You're going to make your money in the middle. And, You know, it might make it a little bit, you know, might have an edge on a lot of people, but at the same time, like I still have to deal with things. And when it comes to that, I just kind of focus on the long term and focus on, you know, the positive aspects. I don't dwell. I don't go, oh my God, I don't get upset. I just kind of focus. What's up? Huh? Oh, okay. Yep. I got a wrap here, everybody. Ben needs my help. We have the show going on about 20 minutes. I was just going a little extra for the charts here. I do like to, you know, go in depth to all the things. So look, the graph, I will say, look at this big wick, big old wick here, big giant wick. That's a hammer. That could be a reversal. Okay. And also, you know, very close to bull div playing out. And we did talk about this, this triangle here. Okay. And it did break below this triangle. So really this same level, the support resistance level at 0.4083. That's an if then. If we bounce and get rejected, that would start this, you know, larger downtrend. Or if we get back up, we can get back into the range there. So right now it is reversing, but don't fall in love with the scalp long until it gets above this level right here. With that being said, everybody, I do have to go. We got to prep for the next show. I went a little bit over, kind of lost track of time. All good. I do appreciate each and every one of you. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. You know, seriously, there's, you know, 300 plus people here today, and it means the world to me. It really does. I hope you guys have a safe weekend. Get rich or get wrecked, of course. I will stay in touch on Phemex Pulse. Make sure you join the Phemex Pulse group. We're going to be posting a lot of setups in there over the weekend. Posted 2 bangers last night. Congratulations to anybody who made money on it. But yeah, I'm going to run. Have a safe weekend. Love you guys. Get rich or get wrecked. Smash the likes on your way out the door. I'd really appreciate it. Later.